fight with them.
Yes, I will lead my club to ensure that the Rotarians they have an impact in the club activities.
My president, you're supposed to give me one reason that to make your club effective.
Yes, so
in your own case.
Yes, always.
And don't come here to embarrass me.
Yes.
Mention something that will make your club effective.
Yes, they will be financially up to date. They will be financial member so that they pay their dues.
So once you pay their dues,
active in club activities. So a membership.
What do you want to do to make your club effective?
To make my club effective, I will engage more.
I'm waiting to see what you do to make your club effective.
Okay, to make the club effective, you have club assembly whereby you get information from all members and how to make sure that everyone is included in the club.
Wouldn't you like to do service projects? These are the things that make your club effective. By the time we finish, we give a summary of all these things, so that by the time you make at the end of the year, I will tell you most of the things you need to do to make your club. But some of you don't have tradition in your club. Some of us, we have tradition, Bagada, Ikoyi, they have tradition so that when the new president comes, it's turned into autopilot. So we just do what the tradition in the club is. But some of you don't have to feel on these areas because today we might start in your own club to create a lasting impact by creating your own tradition. Yes.
What are through active membership, strong high impact of progress, then inclusiveness. It is a club, my club is, they always like engagement when it comes to fund. So through that, I try to come together, then we can actually do a lot of.
Give me a round of applause. I was expecting somebody to mention building the club membership beyond the club, building leadership beyond the club level. Nobody mentioned that. But these are the things you need to do most of the times in New York. By the time we finish in the next 40 minutes, you should be able to identify your club strengths and weaknesses, and you be able to set your goals in keeping with the Rotary Action Plan. I think the paper is being circulated around now. Who can give me the action plan, the summary of the action plan? Let's go. You already got it. Read it for us now.
Yeah. What is the strength of? What is the strength or weakness of the club you want to focus on in the coming year? What is the one goal you have for your clubs? What is the one area of club you would like to strengthen? Which action plan priority does that goal or area related to? And yes. So the action plan priority that will take you that strength of weaknesses of your club, increase our impact, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, increase our ability to organize.
Thank you. Again, like I said earlier on, the DGE has already explained most of these things. But the fact that we are repeating it, which means that that's the way we should go. This you have no excuse not to succeed because you are well grounded and you are being well taught, and there is no reason for those of you who are not speaking, who are not listening to the half section, they listen to the second section. This third section is your final opportunity to listen. Thank you. So we, as the president, though Nigeria say you shouldn't be like a president, I will ask you what you consider to be your to-do list. But I will find out for those with tradition who knows what they are normally do. I don't think I will take that. What's up? Anyway, so I will. Some of you have tradition, like I said. Some of you have no tradition, but whatever it is, what are your to-do list as the president in your club? What are the things you like to do? What is the to-do list? Most of the things as a president that you like to do as a president.
I want to, like I mentioned earlier, inspire some get the experience for
Those are process. Something you want to do, the way you go about this kind of work. What are the things that you want to bring
apart from engaging with members and bringing in more members. I like to have a vibrant club because most of the people in my club are in their 60s. So I want to bring younger people in so that we'll have a very active club and then we can fellowship.
Ready? Okay. Immediately, I plan to increase membership by about 50%, and then active participation. So I find that about 50% of our members are active.
Well, first of all, I think I have a plan, but I need to have other members of the club buy into that plan. So I'm going to call for a club assembly to immediately look at that.
Well, that question might not be so relevant to you, but I'm already a president, so I'm going to continue. But well, basically, I think it's easier when you're transiting. Way which we hope to continue is number one, you need to find the strengths of your members of your club, identify their weaknesses. So the strengths, by interaction, communication, and giving them, allowing run some things on them. So definitely, we do run club assemblies, you know. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are starting tomorrow with the only to further discuss. We are going to, we have laid down tradition, but we have a wikia culture, but we want to retrieve it to make it, because currently what we have is to arrange people by birthdays and put them. Yes, I am Bagana. They have traditions. I was expecting to tell me, say, you do this, you do this, you do that. Well, I didn't want to say, okay, all right.
we already did club assembly. We've done one, then the second one. God has
Don't make noise, because Baganda makes noise.
no, well, we don't we make sense. All right, that's what we plan to do. Is my okay. Yeah, so we've done the club assembly. We're moving on to we've done 2-3 board meetings. That's the incoming board planning, and we're going to execute a satisfaction survey to even know what are the issues with why you're not coming for meetings, why don't you what want us to do? What would you want us to do to increase participation of each member? Because if they are more committed to coming for meetings, then they can get more involved in what we plan. Thank you. In the end, the job becomes more effective.
I'm expecting to somebody say we consider budgets as soon as you're there. Who was saying that at the back of his mind that you already know your budget and it's approved by the so you want to present it, so just to present it really. You just want to present it now.
Yes. Yeah. No, the board has already, the incoming board has already looked at the budget, so we present it to the incoming board. Yeah, we discuss.
Okay, give me a round of applause. This is decided to do my budget. These are the things, again, we need you to do this. Next slide. Again, these are the summary of things we expect you to do to get your club standing and well. The footnote. Again, very important. If you don't, I keep saying people, if you don't have the knowledge, you can't have the passion. And the cheapest way you educate your members is to make sure that they are all registered on my Rotary. If you don't register on my Rotary, you cannot access the learning center. So that as soon as you get to my Rotary, the general expression to you, this way you can carry everybody along is to encourage them to know what you are doing to who will tell me about Rotary? Where is Bagada man? Educate us about Rotary Club Central.
Well, I believe we all know www.rotary.org. So,
Right. Yeah, Rotary Club Central is where you set goals for the year. So, for example, now this is year 2026-2027. You will go there, check the previous goals and what they have set. For example, probably they said 30 members, and you want to increase on that 30 members, you can add it to the 40 or 50. So, literally, just where you set your goals for the year. Thank you.
I hope all of you are familiar with cannot access the Rotary Club Central in your time. They would criticize you, they would be to ask questions. And the only way you can develop is when you are interacting with them. That's why you are carrying them along. So, for any presiding officer, these are your minimal to-do list. As time goes on, I will tell you the minimum of your own achievement. That it shouldn't be less than that. Another thing DGE mentioned is your strategic planning. How many of you have got strategic planning in their club with your hands raised up? So, which means most of us, we have no strategic plan in our office, in our club. This is a serious problem. My DGE, we have problems. So most of our clubs have no strategic planning. So how is it that you don't know how to do strategic planning?
So first, I think it's something that is important before starting any administration. But I also want to believe that different clubs have had their issues, and even according to what we have learned, and also what I learned from the my Rotary Center, the incoming to transit very well. But most of the times, the question is the sitting president also aware of all this information to help the new person to get carried along?
This is very important. If you don't have plan, it means you have no sense of direction. You don't know where you are going. And I will appeal to all of you. If you don't know it, you can get your assistant. So any club, it doesn't have to be 5 years like my DGE said. If it's only 3, you can start with 3 years plan, so that each year you know what you can achieve, so that you know what to extend to the next, the president-elect or president nominee. So why I was asking Bagada man, you want to tell us as a strategic plan?
Well, yes, strategic plan this year is the second of the 5 years, and one of the plans is to grow our membership by at least 20%, and also to make sure that we increase engagement with members. So,
do you know how much your role of the general who has spoken to you today play in the course of expanding your club membership?
That cannot be measured. That's the measure. It does a lot.
This guy is a politician. Well, what I want to tell you is that the entrepreneur in your club is a very perseverance, and each time I've been laughing at him when he club in club, laughing at him. I say, when will you grow up? But they are never succeeding. But he persevered until one of the presidents came in and took it on. And wow, within 2 years, they increased their number to 100. That's how when you have any leadership. So that's why when you say it can't be measured, that's nonsense. Okay, one of the things you will need to do is you need to visit other clubs, and if your club is not doing very well, shamelessly what you can find in other shop in the other clubs, and you don't just sit down. Part of the times you spend together is opportunity to network, to find out what practices are good in other clubs and how far they have gone. I keep taking the Bagada man because I know Bagada has gone so far. They make so much Rotary too, so that we can clearly get approach for that. So I take it that this is the minimum you will do as your to-do list. And for those of you who may not photograph, if you have your email address. You leave me behind, then we send the slide to you. One thing I have not mentioned are the advantages of strategic planning. When you are doing it, you get the members engaged. The retention is easier because everybody looks forward to something that you are trying to do. So the fact that you give sense of direction when you are doing strategic planning, you have other advantages. So these are the things we need to do. Again, the
have fellowships like the Palm Wine Fellowship. I hope you understand there's one like that. We have something like that. So there are other fellowships, back riders, players. It's people who themselves are not necessarily Rotarians, but they are majorly Rotarians who are interested in these areas of recreation and therefore form themselves into a fellowship to make things happen. There is a video that speaks a little bit about action group, and I will share those videos on your platform so you listen a little bit about it. So if I see the next slide, we have about 100 Rotary fellowships, and there's a list of it. So if you go to www.rotary.org, you will see a list of fellowships, a list of action groups that we can add onto whenever we want to do the things that we want to do, especially when we are looking for people with specialized knowledge and interests in some of the projects we are going to run. So let's have the next slide. Then, how does this talk about the opportunities to attract membership? So many of you have targets to raise your membership by 25%. And some of you are chess players. And you do not belong to some of these action fellowships. Or you are interested in peace, and you don't belong to action groups, big peace action group, or other action group that is dealing with health, or maternal health and child health. These are action groups that you can belong to, or people who have interest. They may not necessarily be Rotarians, but in them, you will find out that they are interested in making lasting impacts. They are interested in projects. They are in giving back to the society. This is an opportunity for you to go there and say, you know, it would be nice for you to be part of my club because this is exactly what we do. And we can work together. So what we are saying is that fellowships and action groups unlock our opportunities to attract more people into our clubs and to boost our membership. That's just what they wanted me to talk about. First, to highlight to you that these fellowships exist, that these action groups exist, and that you should look for it, identify it, be part of it, and use the opportunity they offer to increase your membership. So there are many ways we can leverage on this. We promote the opportunities that exist, we encourage participation with our members, we showcase the impact of the things that they are doing, and we engage new members every time who are in these organizations. That is exactly what they said talk about. So, in conclusion, please try and know a little bit about the action groups and the fellowships that exist, and see how these action groups and fellowships will help you to attract new members into your club and to boost the numbers that you have. On that, I say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak.
And I'm looking forward to having time with all of you when we begin to build the image of our district, the Rotary in our district, and to do great things at the years come. Thank you so much.
Attributes are a great resource because they have the expertise in their various subject matters to support clubs and districts with project implementation.
Thank you very much. Please appreciate him. Please hold on. Please come forward.
Disaster response. We have water and sanitation. If somebody wants to know how to build a toilet, build a borehole, implement rainwater harvesting, for example, actually those are the expertise to enable the club to achieve these. They are facilitators or it could be partners, it could be alumni.
I normally invite my DJ to come and appreciate him. Rotarian,
And when you put one out, it links them to source of funding, usually another club, but also private buildings and public foundations. When you've got this group that has members from around the world in one particular focus, you can have an impact that is huge.
Father Governor Chinedu, thanks for opening our eyes to Rotary Action Groups and Rotary Fellowships. My charge to you is that can you make it an objective for this coming Rotary year? At least a member of your club to be a member of an action group, and a member of your club to probably join Rotary Fellowships. And it's interesting to note that our legacy district number 10 has promoted 2 fellowships, one for playing drafts and one for drinking farm wine. So I'm not sure many of us are members of that. Okay? So PDG Bola Uyibade promoted the one for drafts. So, and 2, Chinedu reinforced the fact that it's an opportunity to increase membership because non-Rotarians can be invited to join Rotary Action Groups, and non-Rotarians can be invited to join Rotary Fellowship. Over time, since they invite the idea of Rotary, they can become members. So thank you very much for illustrating that very topic, and this has been an opportunity to you for your contribution as facilitator at PELS 2026, holding here today and signed by our United for Good VG, Larry Abiodun, and my good self, as we strive to create a lasting impact.
Impactful presidents. Are you hungry? Yes, so is that break? He didn't do anything. Wow. Wow. I was thinking we could take just one more. What do you think? So that by the time we come back from lunch, you know you will be very heavy. And I don't want you to come in sleeping. And the next topic is actually very important. So thank you. So let's go for it. If you want to go for it, say aye. Oh, the ayes have it. Thank you. So I humbly invite the next speaker, who is going to take you on leading Rotarians. You know, the most difficult assignment in this world is how to lead fellow human beings. To lead human beings are the most difficult task. So this speaker take you on how You can manage your fellow Rotarians who believe that they are all volunteers like you. You know you can't beat them. You're not paying them salaries. To manage them, work with you and lead you with you to achieve success in your Rotary year. So I'd like to bring to the stage our district governor, PD Dende Shoga. Please keep appreciating him. He has a lot in brain to give out. So just pay attention as he comes, and as he tells you how to lead your club, note it down, write down, memorize it if you can, and that will lead you to be number one club the next 3 years. Thank you very much. You're welcome, sir.
District Governor, I'll call you President because you are soon to be President, isn't it? Yes, sir. Our topic this afternoon, I've been introduced to you. I'm the Shoga from Rotary Club of Ghana. I was district governor 2010-11. Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. Ghana has 5 past district governors and there's 6 on the way. So we'll spend the next 40 minutes or thereabouts talking about preparing to leading Rotarians. And I tell you, fellow, that it is one of the most difficult tasks you are going to carry out. Yet it is easy. The matter of how you apply yourself. I thought that was coming up. How you apply yourself, in carrying out this task. But while we are waiting for the slides to come on, I want to ask you, next slide. What kind of people are you? Volunteers. What kind of? How do you describe the people you are leading? They are Rotarians. Yes, they are. What about them? They are just, I call them professionals. They have their independent mind, right? What else? Volunteers. Volunteers. Meaning that they are not your workers. They don't have to come to your people. They don't have to be Rotarians because Rotary does not feed them. We are demanding so much from them. Give money. If you are given a task and you don't perform it well, we complain, isn't it? We talk to them like we are paying them a salary. And yet, they should take it in good spirit and they are determined to do more. But it depends on how you put it to them, isn't it? So, as presidents, we are only first among primus inter. That means those people make your presidency what it is. If they are not there, you be president over chairs and tables. If you don't respect them, they won't respect you. And that means your presidency is already in trouble. So what you have is not power. It is responsibility. It is leadership to ensure that you keep those volunteers, those professionals who have their independent mind, those people who have a choice. They don't have to be here. To keep them within the body, to demand and get action from them, to ask for their money and they give willingly, to make happy Rotarians. And a lot of that depends on how you lead them. I've seen a president who told the member of the board that whatever you are doing for us, somebody else can do it. What do you think? The software way to get that same fellow to do on whatever the matter is, and in the end, what you get is better results. So, as president, you'll be expected to do a number of things. One is to motivate members to reach the goal. To reach the goals of the club, not they are the goals of the club. So that means when they back what goals you are putting before them and they are well motivated, they are happy, then you will get them to work with you to reach your goals. What else? That is appreciating people for whatever they do. And you can have different ways to recognize. Maybe just a handshake. But that member who has done something good for the club, whether a member of the board or any other member, is happy because you've singled them out and you have appreciated them for their effort. What you get is better performance still next time. Next. No, we're still on that.
Communicate with the club and district leaders.
Thank you. So you must communicate all the time with the club and also with the district, because your club is not floating on its own. You are part of a district, isn't it? And then the last.
Yes, my name is Metropolitan. I think that we listen to all members to ensure that their needs are met.
What are their needs? It's not money. They're not asking for money. Their needs as members, their needs as Rotarians. What keeps them happy to be Rotarians? And there are many things that each one of us can do, not just the president, but all members of the club, to ensure that you meet the needs of Rotarians. Acceptance, appreciation for what they do, recognition for what they do, what do they call it? Getting them involved, in your club's activities, ensuring that you manage their funds well. Because some people will stay away because the president and the board has not managed it well. You know that happens. They stay away. If they don't stay away, they don't give you money anymore. People are given to people for Harris Fellows and they don't find their records. Do you think they will do another? And yet they have potential to do. It's like. So our last objectives are that at the end of this session, we expect presidents-elect that you have now, to identify skills you need to be an effective club leader. We will take time to analyze challenges you may face in leading the club and develop strategies for handling them. My dear friends, to succeed as president, I said earlier on, you need people. It is not your year. It is your year to lead. But ultimately, it has to be our year for your leadership to succeed. Next slide. And I will ask you are preparing to be president. It's very easy to be president in July, and June comes, and you have not really prepared yourself. You have not learned anything. And all of you have been chosen to be president. It's over a year now, isn't it? Is that preparing? Is anyone preparing? How have you prepared? I want 3 people to share with us how they have prepared for
for their leadership role. Yeah.
One of the things that I've done personally is to go to Rotary.org, study and try to learn some things. Then after that, I've chosen my club officers and BODs. So I've met them, I had a lunch with them, set out my goals with them, and I'm expecting them to come back with the ideas. So we're meeting another 1 month. So they come back with the ideas, we'll minds together, and we'll take it to another level. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else who has been preparing? Okay, let me come to you. Papa, no, Edwin.
Okay, the first thing I did immediately I was elected was to go to my Rotary platform and study about Rotary. And interestingly, I had to find solutions to most of the problems we have. So I tried conducting health check, coming up with a strategic plan, but I guess my force was too much in trying to do this thing. So they almost thought I want to overthrow the sitting president. So I had to slow it down a bit and take it step by step. So they don't get, maybe what I'm bringing is different. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
If you carry the current president along and the rest of the club, they will know that you are working to further or please the club. When you keep doing the same thing, the same way, what do you get? If you introduce new things, want to flow with you, you will get better results, isn't it?
Yeah, my name is Abiodun, come from Ikota. I think what I'm trying to do now is to first have a proposed plan for the year, which are 7 area of focus. We've already done that, what we need to do. I've presented it to the board. And I think one advantage I felt we're going to use also is a game of number, a Rotaractor club. I asked them for their own plan also, which the president told me about 2 weeks ago. We try to make it line in line because the more the people, the better. And 2, what we're trying to do again now is that we are creating growth. So each of the area, we have a committee, which will be led by some people, which we're going to choose in the next 2-3 weeks, so that everybody will be involved. It's not about me, it's about giving a direction and for the people to do the job and the demanding what we have to do, are we really doing it? So it will be like, we're putting them to do what is expected to be done. And one thing I realize also is that because we have a very functioning Rotaractor club, we're going to include them more. They have the strength, they have the movement. I believe as a Rotary club, we have some fun, and then we'll be able to implement something good in the course of the year. Thank you.
Thank you. The president-elect of Bagada is raising his hand, but I won't call him so that you don't leech us. Yes.
Thank you. My name is Kelvin Mbakwe, RC. We currently have a situation in my club recovering from membership loss. And we have to let it go. However, I suspect that might become an excuse for struggle in the coming year. So instead of waiting until the year starts, with the permission of my current president, who has been very supportive, I've started reaching out to a few friends who are also incoming president for possible collaboration. And then, because there's so much focus right now to bring in new members, and it seems to be drowning the other priorities of what we needed to do in our club. So one of the things I'm doing is, while the membership drive effort is ongoing, I'm looking at how some projects, we call them legacy projects. Some projects we normally do does not get halted, and then bring in more colleagues so that we can do the things we used to do alone. We can do it together. So nothing suffers while we try to gain more members.
Thank you. So we have presidents here to revive membership because they see that maybe their members are not. We have presidents who have been thinking already of projects they want to do and are, working with their board and everyone else to ensure we have some things from the Rotary website. So I'm just drawing your attention to some of these resources that if you haven't started preparing, use them. Go to the learning center. Are you familiar with learning center? Yes. Get ready, club president. Go and read that. Work with your club leadership team. Vibrant clubs in action. And the Rotary citation page, because that is the Club Excellence Award. It has a number of things that the president for the year would love clubs to do to earn excellent club recognition. And that would be a good guide to help you in being on the right path so that come July 1, you hit the ground running. Next slide. This one, just note them, we will skip them to save that. Next slide. What leadership skills do you consider important for your role? How will you keep club members motivated? How will you keep club members motivated?
Okay, I think one of the major things that can keep them motivated is firstly, marrying them along, accessible in terms of complaints. From my point of view, look at team bonding. Aside from team bonding, carry everybody, one Rotarian. I think the work.
Dr. Kasawani, Rotary Club of Lekki-Epe. My club is a very social club, so we plan a lot of social activities, right? And that's one way to keep us bonded. If you keep that part away, the club is dead, right? So that's one. So we're inviting those that are social too to fellowship with us. That's one. You know who is social? Okay, so that's one. And then two, projects, very impactful projects. We have a lot of people who are interested in giving back to the community. And we've seen over the years that, 2 years is a new club, that whenever there are projects, they tend to come in their numbers. In fact, the meetings or projects or after, most attended, right? So we intend to ensure that we have more impactful projects to draw the members here. Yeah, thank you.
Dominic Chukwu. I think emotion has a lot to play in whatever we do. So every that here, every president must endeavor to inculcate emotional intelligence in how to lead his people. Because if you don't know what emotion will do in this person, you might misfire, and that bounce back on you. So we should understand how their emotions play and how to manage it. By so doing, we will motivate them. Thank you.
People to take over leadership roles, and will this be my position?
Thank you, sir. Preparing to take over leadership roles to get them excited about what they are supposed to do. The very first step is to understand why you are in the club in the first place. If you do not understand why you are in the club in the first place, you will not be excited to take positional leadership positions. So the reality of where we are at as a club, based on the statistics that was shown earlier, showed that the number of clubs who are less than 50 are like around 50-60% of or more of the district. So getting people to want to take leadership, because you see the rotational policy for club less than 20, it means in 5 years, nearly everybody is supposed to be president, one way or the other. So how can you get them excited? Is by making them first and foremost understand the fundamentals of being in Rotary. Those fundamentals will determine your growth trajectory to say, okay, I want to be this, I'm interested in this. It now takes us to define whether we are quality members or quantity members. So without talking about money or that, so understanding the fundamental of Rotary is very key. So all those resources that you mentioned and all other speakers have mentioned forms a fundamental basis for us to ask ourselves that question: what is my identity as a Rotarian? That is where we can start from. Then from there we can now build on that for people to now decide on which part to play within the club. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We need to move on. Let's talk about you as president. What leadership skills are important for your role? What do you bring to the table? What are you going to change about yourself or reinforce or learn more to make you a good president? What leadership skills are important?
I think the first thing we need to do when we're in leadership positions is to communicate clearly. If people don't understand your vision of what you want to do, there's no way they can key into it. And if they do not key into the vision, there's no way you can do it successfully. The second one is to ensure that, aside communication, you must lead and not be a boss. Once you lead from the front, people will definitely follow. So, that's not a good leadership. It's about we. Thank you, sir.
Another opinion to join that. Thank you very much. Okay,
I think. Okay, so I think understanding the emotional intelligence of the member is going too far. It's very important in dealing with human beings, because, as you said earlier, this is a dormitory rules. So to articulate how you interact with people, because to keep people motivated, there are different theories, school of thoughts that have that there are ways you. There are school of thoughts in motivations. The McGregor, Maslow, and the likes. Meaning, sorry, I'm very sorry, I am very sorry. I'm trying not to go there. So you need to understand each person individually. There are people that power is important to them. Status is very important to them. So when they are in Rotary, one of the things they are here for is that I'm a Rotarian. And if such person is either a president or a project something, it's something they will carry on their head. It's because it's something that key into the personality they have. So they are going to work to keep the club going. So somebody that is not a front person, you do not need to assign somebody like that as a frontier role, because if such person tell you that I don't That's how we do it here. The person do not mind to walk away. It's not like the other person that will do anything to stay in the club. So you need to understand the emotional intelligence of people you are dealing with, communicate clearly, and have. Thank you very much.
All right. I'm glad that I can talk now, so I will not listen. All right. One of we said it in passing to communicate, but very communication, which is to listen. Listen to divergent and opposing views without attaching emotions to it. So you are able to effectively analyze what that person is saying, even if it's initially different from your own point of view. Because sometimes the most unspoken person might give you the best way out of it. So that is what I'm taking on board, that ability to listen and listen well. Don't be quick to say your own. Listen to others. And I believe it will help us to be better.
Thank you. Next slide. Let's go to the next one because I'm already seeing 5 minutes to go. Go on. Let's do the next slide. Let's look at 2 scenarios just for us to round up and read them up. Scenario 1 and scenario 2. We ordinarily should have a discussion, which we don't really have time. I'm seeing 5 minutes more all around. In my 40 minutes, but it's okay. So I will ask for 3 opinions ultimately on how to go about solving these problems. Scenario 1 talks about how to harmonize diverse opinions. And scenario 2 talks about that Rotarian who wants to do everything and does nothing. And that can be a drawback to your progress. You eventually want to get things done, yet you don't want to lose that person. It's difficult, isn't it? You want to fire him and you want him to be happy and continue serving. So do we have 3 persons that want to discuss scenario 1? Okay, let's begin with you.
Yes, sir. At scenario 1, I think everyone has a key on how to unlock the person. So these 2 members that are unwilling that Reginald should go, the right he wants to go in order to achieve his leadership goal, to engage them differently from others. First of all, if you understand their personality, they might be their ego to be massaged. Massage them. Carry them along. That is your goal as a leader. You must stop. It works with everybody and be able to engage them in that level and get them. Alright. So once you get that done, you buy them into it and it flies. Thank you, sir.
Okay, for scenario 1, I think I've had an experience like this in my own club, and the way I got it resolved was I needed this thing to be done, but there's a pushback. So I had to consult my club AG and explain the whole situation, and she then called all the parties involved and got that particular issue resolved and we move forward. Then I asked a question. I said, what if someone else is coming tomorrow as a president and how do we solve this problem and make sure it doesn't happen again? So the best way to resolve it was to have a club assembly and infuse it into the Bible, and we move forward forever.
Thank you. Yeah, let's hear it. Start, the mic is coming.
I member of your club is a reasonable human. So there must be cogent reasons why these two board members are. And I think if you want to get a consensus, you should go back to the drawing board. Make sure that you have explained why you want to do what you want to do. Because there must have been a miscommunication of something. It's not about massaging egos. Appropriately communicate what you want to achieve. And like I started, if board members are reasonable as you expect them to be, we will agree with you. And if they're not, then you go back to yourself. Because that means you must have appointed.
So, having appointed the wrong person, you might be finding yourself dealing with him in scenarios. But you know, as much as it's important that you must communicate, many more will understand what you are saying. Then also, there's need, people like they have said, that's something, to go down to their level as it were. I'm always intrigued by the Nigerian army. You know what it says? Every life is important. Yeah, what is their work? To kill now. So, as much as you will go to war and kill, you still don't. That means for that member who is not doing well, you don't want to just throw him away because you need everyone. Okay, let's look at scenario 2.
Okay, yeah, for the scenario 2, we as a club president don't accept that every member of their club will be a positive player. You know, we've had a situation where we have a director in the club from the beginning of the Rotary year till towards the end to call for project meetings. He or she will not attend, board meeting, who even say a word in the platform. So, but as a president, the best way to go about it, in my opinion, you should be ready to overlap. Make very good use of committees, the way we do in our club in Ikota Metro. Every directors have committee members. Like if you are foundation chair, for instance, and you as the president, go ahead and look at people who can attract people to donate and make them part of the committee. And when you notice that we have situations like this, then you overlap and get it done. Thanks.
That means when we start moving, somebody else is stepping in, right? Okay. Yes, Philip.
Your plan works for very big clubs, so not all clubs have the liberty to overlap. I think if a board member or director is not responding, it's before we overlap, I think we should reach out to them and find out what's going on. We've seen situations where members were facing very serious illnesses or issues, and people in the club didn't know until somebody reached out. So I feel as leaders, as presidents, we should also should always reach out to our members and our board members to find out what's going on with them. Why are you not performing? What should I do to make you do better? That's my submission. Thank you.
But what if eventually it doesn't improve?
Well, the box stops on your table. So, my table, as the president, the box stops on my table. Yeah. It's something I can fix, I fix it myself.
If eventually is going to fire that person, the rest of the board will also agree, because it will table the problem. There, next to what is going on. So when eventually you maybe get someone else to fill that role, right? Because everyone knows it's not as if Philip is purposely trying to punish a member. It's obvious that you just have to. They're not Michael.
Thank you, sir. I just want to add something. What you wrote, you said committee. That means if it's a committee, there are other people. That's it. So definitely, if one person is not performing as the committee, there are other people that can perform. So the word overlap is actually right. But the issue is this: yes, you must communicate clearly. You must you must at least have some emotions to it. Okay, what exactly is responsible for you not doing what you're supposed to do? But the bottom line is this: you can even still keep him if you is somebody you want to look to delegate to other people so that the person can carry on, and that will not actually be apple pie. Thank you, sir.
If already, like Paul did, you already met that fellow, what exactly is the problem? How can we help you to improve? By the time he's still not working up, and somebody else in the committee or through the board is taking over, he knows it and given a chance, and then you still have to treat it nicely. Shabbat, next time to uplift that club.
Abiodun Jayela, Lekki Phase 1. Scenario 2 actually was something that transpired at the club yesterday. We have 3 past presidents, maybe 5, and somebody reached out to all of them. And, you know, I didn't know, but I just saw that they were all coming in. And the president was apologizing for one of them, who she knew has a health challenge, but she came. For me, I believe wisdom is applied differently as a leader, because people look at you, sometimes you have a face, sometimes you have a stern face. So for me, it's all about being available and accessible to everybody. I mean, I was about to ask my president why she didn't call them independently herself, but I thought, let me hold back. But I was happy for that individual who called these people, but 4 of them, and I just had to go and give him a handshake to thank him for what he did. For me, that is wisdom above wisdom. So that's why I said it applies to what I saw at your scenario 2. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, dear President-elect. Our session has to come to an end. But essentially, we have been